We are ready.
Yeah.
And let's start today's lesson on the summary part. So first two parts that we have completed quickly, let's revise. The part one was about the core framework and biology of inspiration from this book Start With Why, and we discussed the first 10 points regarding that. Second part was hidden pitfall of manipulation, that also we have completed. And today we are going to start a new session or new part that is about culture, trust, hiring the right fits. So the first point is all about building a cathedral. Do not just lift the stones. So if you remember the story that we discussed, I particularly remember this story very vividly, and this story was not a new one. Long ago, actually, I heard about this same story. How the perception actually matters, even though the Manson work was done by the three employees or Mansoner. I think the way they were perceiving and they were taking the work was the key factor, and accordingly, they were inspired. So, if our teammates are not having that meaning, then as a leader, we need to supplement that. So it is all about Stone Manson, who view their work as building a cathedral, are vastly more inspired, productive, and loyal than those who view the exact same labor as lifting heavy stones just to pay bills. So, do you remember the story, Eligit?
No, vaguely I remember.
Okay, I will try to find out the concerned recording and
Yeah.
share it with you, maybe, or maybe because you are anyway revising, so you will be
Yeah,
able.
I will touch that point. Definitely. I'm
Yeah.
referring to the old session. The whole idea of recording is to refer back to this thing. Yeah.
Yes, and also after I come back from this retreat, then I will be starting the LinkedIn session also. It will
Yeah.
be even more easier for you to get the infographics from the
Exactly.
LinkedIn post,
Yeah.
as well as the concerned connected topics as the quick reading.
Yeah. Those, as discussed, Vikaji, those infographics and these points help because once we finish the books reading, real
Mm-hmm.
implementation and that infographics, if those are in front of us, like me, normally what I do for infographics, I create the desktop screensaver kind of thing, so those are in front of me. So then it helps to implement, those
Yeah.
kind of you the reminder that this thing. So yeah, if I come across any particular good point, etc., while in future revising, definitely I will share with you and this thing. That is the whole idea of this sessions. Yeah,
Certainly,
keep
even I
touch with
also
the
do the
connect.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah, I also kind of keep them as my desktop
yes.
wallpaper, so that becomes a very easier way to revise and implement.
Yeah.
Yes, agree.
Reason, another example means I want to like we share all the best practices actually because when I did this high impact performance course from Airnote, it is
Hmm.
just a 6 sessions, 12 hours course. But in
Hmm.
every session, whenever I repeat or go through and revise it, there is always it come up with a new kind of perspective, or reflection point. So which normally so like he given some affirmations for environment from your productive and creativity. Now there is no point in by hearting those affirmations, so it's better to that what I did actually for 1 week I just keep those affirmation on my screensaver, so automatically you look at your screen and it internalize all those things. So even if out of 10, even if you do first 5 or 4, that's enough, to get that point why environment is enough, why productivity is enough, those type of thing. So that is what, so definitely I will share those screenshot with you as well, so that it gives kind of like yesterday the way we discussed, it is not the paragraph you are written, it is the words, few words but should be impactful. So that's the whole idea of this thing.
True, true.
Yeah, I will
Very
share those screenshot with you
true.
for high import performance course day one. Yeah.
True.
Okay, cheers, thank you.
Thank you. The second point is about culture, and it says about culture is shared values. An organization's strength does not come from its product size, but from a tight-knit culture bound together by common values and beliefs. And this is also a very good case study we had, wherein actually we understood how actually the right fit for the CEO role or particularly for the executive leadership role need to have the candidate with shared values and beliefs or common beliefs and values. Thus, the same leader can replicate the trend for their team, and everyone should have the common beliefs and values as that of the organization, and that actually decides the tremendous success of the organization. Third point is about hiring. Hire for belief and fit skills. This is what is similar lines. Skill can always be taught, but a candidate's intention and internal drive and alignment with your why or the organization's why cannot. Great organizations hire already motivated people and inspire them. And skills is these days also the skills are so fragile and so quickly changing that a person who is really motivated, inspired, and a quick learner definitely can imbibe and adopt the new skills very easily and very quickly, and that is a need of the hour. Rather than a person who have all the skill that is required but might not be having the why, right why or right internal alignment. Yes. Point number 4 is the skeleton standard. When Ernest recruited for his dangerous Antarctic expedition, he advertised bitter cold, constant danger, and doubtful safe return. By hiring only those who embraced insurmountable odds, his entire crew survived when trapped in the ice. This was a very nice case study that we have thoroughly understood and discussed. So for point 3, actually the point 4 is an example, a case study to support point 3. Point number 5 says the psychological safety net. Like a trapeze artist who performs death-defying leaps only when a safety net is below them, team members take bold, innovative risks only when they know their leader protect them from failure. So important point, and these days it is very rarely found in our leadership layer, but it is not completely missing. I would say I'm out of the luckier ones to have such kind of leader for my as my supervisor, who actually believes in my potential and gives me the freedom to take risk and do the things. And if something wrong happens or not aligned with the kind of the expected behavior, still he is always there to protect and support. Yeah. Point number 6, care for employee first. As Herb Kehler, the Southwest Airlines CEO, if I remember correctly, and Gordon Bethune, who was the CEO of Continental Airline, proved treating employee with respect and care creates happy staff who in turn deliver superior customer service and generates shareholder value. So it is like as a leader we need to care for our employees, and that should be the utmost important That should be of utmost importance, because if they are happy, then they will stand for us in the tough time. We never know actually when the project will enter into a critical stage wherein actually the extra support is required, and that time it will definitely pay off big time. Number 7 is about remove the security doors. High performing cultures thrives on transparency and accessibility. Closed executives, high performing culture thrives on transparency and accessibility. I highly believe on this transparency and accessibility. And I try to make my team also completely transparent about the things which is coming from my leadership channel, and also the vice versa, is the thing which I should convey to my leader, my manager, from the team, the various teams that I am handling. I make it very transparent and accessible to him. And I believe that it is really a great trait. And closed executive doors and armed guard signal mistrust, creating an environment where mistreatment rolls down to the customer. Then point number 8 says major collective wins. Team. So what it actually means, if I remember correctly, the collective wins is very much important, and that's how the teamwork is given everywhere higher importance than the individual productivity, even though a heroic kind of outcome can be achieved by one single person. That is not that ideal way, and in long run that will not help. And it's the single point of failure also it introduces. So team unity emerges when incentives align everyone towards shared goals where they win or lose together, rather than pitting individuals against each other. And the last point is point number 9, where it's about serve those who serve. True leadership is ego free service. Captain Laurie Robinson demonstrated that a leader's job is to clear a path of safety for others so they can execute their mission with complete confidence. With complete confidence, and it is possible when we have a serving attitude. The leader has to have a serving attitude. And when I say leader, it is not only the leader who is leading a team of X number in the office work environment, but in a family also, we are some way or other leading. In our personal life also, we are leading ourselves. So ego free and service attitude is truly required wherever actually is the context.
I think that is where the challenge is, isn't it, Vikashji?
Challenge example? Challenging, definitely it is challenging.
Because
But-
to find a true leader who doesn't get taken over by ego,
Mhm.
trained like right from when we are kids, our education system does not train us on identifying these aspects and how to cultivate ourselves to the path of dharma.
Right. That
That's where by
missing
accident
link
we
definitely
discover.
is there. And we are lucky actually, at least now we are exposed through various such kind of books and spirituality.
Yeah.
We are understanding this knowledge, and it is our duty to pass it to
Others,
our
yeah.
offspring and others also. And
Yes.
that can happen only when we are able to implement it in our own life first.
Correct. We have to first practice.
Because the words actually reach very slow, but the action reaches faster.
And also when we practice it, there's a different energy when we speak the same words.
Right.
Mm.
Very true. So, do we have time for part 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was just thinking about you, Ramesh, today. That day, actually, when you called, that day only we somehow skipped and you called. And afterwards, we were continuing, but you were missing. So
Oh,
good to see you.
okay.
And just a quick info, like tomorrow onwards, tomorrow I may take actually this session. Otherwise, again, next Tuesday it is possible because I am going to Hyderabad for a retreat.
Yes, you were mentioning.
Yeah, I was mentioning in Saturday session also. Okay, so the part 4 is about execution, alignment, and the megaphone. So just to give a context, Rameshji, we have completed this book, Start with Why, and now we are actually reading the summary points that we have derived from the various sessions that we have conducted and implementation focused.
Also, this is AI generated document.
Yeah, to some extent, yes. But the kind of intention that you need to create, accordingly, they will generate.
Got it. Yes.
Yes.
But
So
it's very useful. Actually, in one shot, we are seeing
yes.
all the details.
Even the formatting and the icons, everything is actually helpful
Yes.
so that it remains in our mind easily.
Yeah.
So the first point is about the megaphone effect. An organization functions as a 3-dimensional cone, that is a megaphone, that amplifies the leader's clear belief to the outside marketplace. On the same line, I remember it was very nicely mentioned, and we discussed also that the leader should not actually just pass the the instructions through a megaphone in an autocratic manner, because that will backfire. So in the megaphone effect, actually, it has been properly we properly discussed that how the leaders should convey the what do you say, the announcements or the instructions or the core values to the team in such a way that it reaches to the employees or the team without creating any compulsion, but easy inculcation, easier inculcation. That is the take from the first point. The second point is about
Basically, they have to enroll, basically.
yes, they have to actually showcase from the same point they should live in their own practice.
Yeah.
Then
That way enrollable.
and after that, when they say, it brings the impact.
Right.
Second is dreamers need builders. Visionary leaders means those who understand and believes on the why and have a clear why defined. They are called visionary leaders who imagine the future must partner with grounded operational builders. Operational builders are how types. How types means they know the process. If you give them the process, they will be able to execute it and produce the right result. But they might not have the vision to think and curate the process. So the second layer is with the grounded operational builders, the how types who builds the systems to make the dream real. System to make the dream real. Example
Yeah,
is
like when Walt Disney started off the idea of a theme park, nobody believed that such an expensive thing could pay off. But he
yeah,
went ahead and built it anyway, and look at the returns.
correct. Very true. Third point says about verbs over nouns for values. This is also something we have just discussed. Passive nouns written on wall like integrity, innovation are unactionable. Guiding values must be expressed as actionable verbs. always do the right things. Look at the problem from a different angle. These are the few verbose instruction. Means action verb means action taking words. But
Basically,
integrate
translating the noun is being translated into actionable items.
actionable items. Actionable items and not like theoretical. The nouns are more of those are
Philosophy,
also important,
idea.
but they should actually combine or they should have the corresponding actionable verbs so that it becomes a
Yes.
complete package. So if you remember about the 36 virtues that we had discussed in previous cohorts, and we can actually again restart that process of discussing so that a quick revision is definitely needed. So if many of you are interested, then definitely we will again restart in Saturday sessions. So those all 36 virtues are moreover nouns only, but they have, because we were discussing in such a way that the actionable insights and the verbs means actions means again the verbs actually we are inculcating. So it used to be very easier for us to remain aligned to that particular virtue and bring that virtue into our daily actions effortlessly. Then
So why becomes how?
Both are kind of why leads to how.
Oh, yes.
Then the fourth point is the salary test for decision filtering. Use your why as a strict filter for all advice, opportunities, and purchases. Use your why as a strict filter. Are we? So this is a very nice practical line. So why should be our filter for all the advices, opportunities, and purchases that we do? Otherwise, impulsively we do many things. Buying only what aligns with our purpose saves time and money while making our values instantly visible to the world. Number 5 is about the law of diffusion of innovations. Mass market acceptance, that is crossing the chasm, cannot be achieved by targeting the pragmatic majority directly. You must first penetrate the 15 to 18% of early adopters who share your core belief. This is so important. Otherwise, actually, it is very difficult to further multiply.
So basically, it's like target the influencers.
Influencers you can target by giving money, but if you target people who are early adopters, means like who believes on new brands, if you give a little discount on top,
Incentive, yeah.
they would be happy to actually try. Like I'm one of them. I don't believe on the brand value all the time, and even if I see another better opportunity with a better
Different brand. Lesson brand.
So I always believe that the newer brands must be coming with better features and better innovative ideas. And if it is way too risky proposition or a long run device or means product, then I might not actually switch that easily. But still, even I remember,
like Rotimatic.
yeah, people are generally a fan of Nokia and Samsung. Nokia anyway is not there in space anymore, but still many people actually they believe that Samsung is the only one who gives the real value. But even the phone is little long-term commodity, but still I have around 7 to 8 years ago, I had kind of extended my faith on Realme, and it turned to be so great purchase for me, particularly that particular model, that the camera the photos those I used to take
Mm.
were fantastic.
Which
Mm.
phone? Which brand?
Realme, Realme.
Real
So
Me.
Realme. People who have iPhone in our apartment, they also come and ask
Use
me,
your phone.
yeah,
This
your
is
phone.
MI. This is MI, right?
No,
Brand.
no, no. That is Redmi. MI is Redmi. This is
Okay.
Realme.
Okay.
So it is so nice, and I kind of after using 6 to 7 years also means I am still using, but I thought that it might go bad. So before 2 3 years again I purchased another Realme model with Sony sensors and Sony lens, and that is
Oh.
also really amazing photography. Actually, it is coming in the newer version, and still actually I am not able to. I have not switched to the newer one because the earlier one is still working fine.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
the job.
But the only thing is that because the Android version, Android 13 was used in the previous one, so my office related few of the apps are not working. Office related
Oh.
majority of the works are not working. So today actually I have a plan to switch it to the new phone because I am going on this retreat also. So I would be needing my office connectivity in case of emergency in the phone. Otherwise, the phone is okay. So far, after using so long also. I
Mm.
think I heard that iPhone users they generally use it for such a long time. Otherwise, generally people change within 4 to 5 years.
No, that is again not true. Like I'm using iPhone and all that, but yeah, it has its own drawbacks. No one talks about that. But yes, you need to change the model every time. You need to go with the new version. The reason is that it automatically gets slow in 2 hours when you do the software upgrade.
Hmm.
As by year passes, like I keep changing my iPhone. I started from 3, 4, and all that, but this is the common observation. So now I'm this month only I switch over to Android. At least first is the battery life of iPhone, and second is the version. It automatically gets slow. My old versions, I still have those phone 3 and 4 and all those 6, 11 and all that. Those
Hmm.
gone slow, battery lows and all those. So you can't. There is no other option just to replace. And normally, if then
Because battery is very costly, is it?
call, yeah, definitely you can't just replace the batteries. The last time I did, when I came to India, I replaced the battery, but again, you don't get the the official.
Original.
So again, it
Original level performance.
rust or get heated up and all that. So the only option that remains is again if the phone goes slow, charging and everything software wise and all that, then definitely there is no this thing just to replace with the new version. And new version, if
Many, yeah,
whatever the
exactly. Many iPhone users actually have the same issue. But the two things you mentioned, many actually have the same issue why they change the iPhone. It
exactly.
doesn't actually spoil, but it becomes unusual because of the battery. Majorly, I heard
Speed.
about this one battery, and then
Mm.
the slowness also, yeah, to some extent. And then the software also will not be compatible for you, the newer apps and all. That is true.
The whole decision, as you just mentioned, is based on okay whether office applications are working on or not. One
Hmm.
application part that
Or
one
T-
and phone call. Only three apps. Otherwise, who uses all the other this thing? So yeah. So I just reduced my this thing now. I'm switch over to Android. Yeah.
Yeah, that you must be seeing that a lot of difference, like the kind of accessibility that Android provides, the
Yeah.
kind of activities that you can
Yeah.
undertake compared to the iPhone is tremendously
Far
different.
more.
Very thing which I tied up with the iPhone is another thing which is a little bit distinct concern for me, which is now for many years, is basically the music library iTunes. Because
Mm.
iTunes library, you have to use the Apple this thing, Apple iTunes software and all the music on iPhone is only because through this thing. So if I by any chance if this particular iTunes get corrupt, my whole library goes. That is not the case with Android. Android is kind of folder structure, straightforward copy paste.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
that is one.
So
And
I
second,
lost.
these days, whatever music actually you want, you can have it in YouTube. Okay, music means any kind of podcast or the sessions are also kind of tied to the iTunes.
Everything in music in iPhone is with through iTunes. Okay, so it is stick to iTunes. So if that particular library corrupts, whatever you saved there is
No,
corrupt.
not in cloud. You cannot back it up in cloud.
Yeah, in cloud, then it is this is iCloud, right? Then you need to pay every month, right, for their. So last
They are very clever.
last time I corrupted two of my this thing, and
So in
once
both
the
you
whole
can transfer it to memory card.
sorry,
Memory card.
no, there is no memory card slot in iPhone, no.
Oh, no. Okay.
They actually tied up to their services only.
So you
Yeah.
cannot connect to the Apple laptop. Can you?
Yeah, but again, the transfer you have to use iTunes. That's it. Their software.
Okay, and that again will not open in any other apps other than iTunes. In laptop
Correct,
also iTunes is required.
Correct. Yeah. You have to use Mac. You can, yes, you in Windows they use the iTunes, but it is stuck to iTunes. You cannot just copy paste this thing directly from your phone. You cannot copy the songs, which is very normal in Android. Android you can just copy paste, right? It is kind of single file. So that is
Yes.
so that's why that's a big reason for me. Again, they stop, like in all these new phones, they stop giving the extended memory card slot. The reason is basically they are giving the iCloud memories, like for example, around say 100 rupees per month or something like that. So everyone is now went to cloud. They
Yeah,
start
in
giving
Google also they are giving the same.
cloud
Google
space.
is 125 rupees around. You will
Yes.
get 100 GB of
Start giving
data.
every brand now gives the cloud memory for say 300 rupees or 100 rupees.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And these days, these AI subscriptions are also coming up. And if you're purchasing few of them, then they will have their own cloud support, like Google Gemini Pro. If you take,
I am a little bit concerned about this thing. Like one of my friend, he got he got something Geo online access around 5 TB. So
yes.
now this time it's free, but but what will happen if they start charging after 5 months? Because all your photographs, all your documents are there. Then you have to, right? You have to pay.
That time it will be a
It is
big exercise for to trim unnecessary, because when it is 5 TB, everything we feel like putting there.
yes,
Dump it.
exactly.
And all of a sudden you will understand that, oh my God, I have to pay
Yes. Then
monthly
you
2,000 rupees.
can't download that much of this thing data and all that. Then you are stuck paying them. So that is kind of trap they are putting.
Because you will be kind of habituated.
Exactly. That is you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Geo separately also, if you're taking a Geo SIM, Geo Cloud is also offering 50 GB of
Yes.
free cloud data that you
Yeah.
can use, 50 GB or 100 GB like that. It
Yeah.
is free for now.
That is how my friend got that 5 TB data.
5
From
TB is different, and this is additional. Even
no,
if
5
you
different. I just need to ask him. But
5
then
TB is for 5 TB is given by Google, and Geo SIM if you are having,
correct. You're right. Yes.
then
That
Geo Cloud is separate. Again, some different cloud actually it has given, but I don't know till when actually that will be free. This Geo Cloud.
yeah. So he added me into his group. So that's why I'm also part of that 5 TB. But I thought that it is a trap actually. If I start uploading my main documents or photos, in future I will definitely get trapped into it,
Yes, habituated. Then it will be, So yeah. So point number
We're talking
4.
about the chasm.
Yeah.
So let's try to
Yes,
complete the last 5 points, or tomorrow we'll continue.
We'll continue tomorrow. Yeah, I have a meeting.
Okay, fine.
Okay, cheers.
I've
Thanks.
read the last 4 points. They're quite interesting.
Quite interesting, no? You can summarize if you want.
Okay. Oh, you want me to summarize right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
summarize.
So I think volume without clarity. Suppose you spend millions on a very expensive publicity stunt. Without a clear message, it won't work. That's one. Point number 6. Point number 7. If your organization is disciplined over the decades, its logo can become like an identity. Like for example, if you remember Luna, everyone will say Luna, or they'll say Kinetic for a scooter.
Yes.
So like that, Harley Davidson.
Search for passing the order.
Yeah. So like that, Harley Davidson tattoos became an identity for the person. They're fun-loving, they're free-spirited. Just by putting a tattoo of Harley Davidson on their body, their brand became a identity. So another thing is avoid brand identity crisis. Like for example, when Volkswagen, which is supposed to be a people's car, Volkswagen is a wagon for the folks. That means a car for the people. The basic thing initially was the people's car, easily affordable, good quality cars. But then they decided to challenge Audi, and they went and brought the Volkswagen Phaeton. That was a very expensive car that challenged the Audi 8, like a Mercedes S-Class, but that failed in the market. Though it's a very, very good car. It
Mhm.
confuses the audience. So avoid brand identity crisis. And the last one is vision versus mission. It is basically why and how. So the visionaries will articulate a vision statement. What is the founder's intent and the overall goal? But the mission is how to translate that goal into actionable items, or how operational details and
Mhm.
principles that are based on that vision. So that is what it
Right.
is.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for summarizing quickly. And
Yeah.
let's connect again tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Part 5 and 6, 2 parts are left.
Right. Okay, Milinji.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Prakash. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you both. Bye.
Thank you. God
Okay.
bless.